So I just want to break it down for you one more time. We saw Valerie with her editorial poses. Now remember that for editorial, the posing is going to be really exaggerated. You're going to have exaggeration in your back. You're going to have those concave lines in your spine. You want to make sure that your elbows are really jutting out there, that your angles are going to be very harsh. It's not going to feel natural. It's not going to look natural, but it's not supposed to. Remember, you are selling a fantasy when you're doing your editorial shoots. You're selling a feeling. That is what they're looking for when you're hired to do these kinds of shoots. Now, it's a really good idea to practice these in front of a mirror because you might feel really silly when you're doing these kinds of things, but it's going to look way better than you imagine that it does. So remember that. Just keep practicing and know your best angles and your best features because it's not going to be the same for everyone. And sometimes you might be a little off base when you think, gosh, I'm really on the mark with this one. That's why it's always good to check in your mirror or have a friend come over and take photos of you and just practice. And don't forget to keep referencing back to those editorial shoots that you love. Go back to your Vogue and to your Harper's Bazaar and look through them because it's really going to be a helpful guide. I know for me, when I first started getting into it, I had a really difficult time shooting editorial because I couldn't wrap my head around the concept of how to really break your body down and how to really get those fun and interesting poses that really grab the viewer, that really are going to suck consumers in to look at these magazines. So I had to practice a lot. And even now, it's not my most comfortable form of modeling. It really isn't. I'm much better when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to television. But when it comes down to it, I do have my go-to poses, and it's always good to know exactly what outfit you're working with because you can use anything that you're wearing to really help you with that pose. If you have, say, a long dress, you can pull that dress out and you can let it go and you can get those shots of that dress fluttering in the breeze. You can really just jut those hips out and angle yourself in such a way and utilize those limbs and make sure that you take up space. Don't feel like you have to be all closed in together. You can really always spread yourself out. Don't forget, it's not just a vertical pose. It's horizontal. You are really modeling from head to toe. Don't forget about your fingers. Don't forget about your wrists. Don't forget about even your ankles and your knees and getting a little bend and a little movement in there. It all counts. It's all going to matter.